Salvatorio speaks, and here's what he's got to say about statewide relocation, the F-rated rip-off moving company. I'm reading from Yelp.com. Statewide relocation reviews. Click on a link under the video to read those reviews yourself. This is part 26 of my report about statewide relocation. I'm reading a review from Danielle V., Vienna, Virginia, posted on June 16, 2012. She writes, like Kate W., I too booked my move through another company. Now that's a whole bunch of us. Right there, Danielle. That's what they did to me, too. And they do it to a lot of people. All the time. It's their M.O. The law allows it. Should be illegal. They got the lawmakers in their pocket. What else explains it? Like Kate W., I too booked my move through another company, but somehow ended up dealing almost exclusively with movers with statewide relocation. Despite repeatedly confirming an early morning pickup time with the dispatcher, statewide movers arrived 4 hours late. Their tardiness set back our entire day. The head of the team admitted that our moving company had overbooked themselves and they were called in at the last minute. They know that. They know way ahead. It's a whole big scam. It's a fraud. The movers piled heavy boxes on top of obviously lighter boxes and had already crushed several boxes before even loading them onto the truck. You should have seen my stuff in that big truck. They brought mine, piled up to the sky. Ridiculous. It was all crushed. They do it all the time to everybody. Ridiculous. After completing a detailed inventory sheet, we were given a quote by our original moving company. However, once the statewide movers loaded our belongings onto the truck, they doubled the amount of the original quote. It was an obvious bait and switch. They did the same thing to me. They told me, Green Van Lines told me, they were going to be there. They didn't show up. These freaks from statewide relocation showed up. What was I supposed to do? They do it all the time. They're a bunch of creeps. Our belongings only exceeded the quote by several boxes, not double the amount of stuff. We tried to fight the overpriced move and the tardiness of the movers for days, but were constantly given a runaround. We were told by one company to talk to the other, and vice versa. Generally, no one answered the phone, and no one would resolve the problem. It was impossible to get a hold of anyone. We had to call every day to try to make progress with our complaint or locate the moving truck. The driver of the moving truck finally made contact and told us he would be in the area at a specific time. We rushed home from a family vacation only to have the truck arrive over 24 hours later. And it was only that early because we told them it was the absolute latest he could come. The actual movers now, the driver immediately ripped us off with a $100 long-haul fee. Our boxes were broken and crushed. It is still unclear whether one is missing. One? Mine? 10! 10 big containers! You got off easy there, Danielle. It is still unclear whether one is missing. The driver blamed the head of the team in double sticking one of the boxes and assured me that everything had arrived safely. Ultimately, we were offered very small discount in exchange for not reporting them to any social media sites or Better Business Bureau. Obviously, we declined, and everybody should decline. Let them know. Go to the BBB. If you got something to say, contact here. This is not the end of this. This has to come to an end. This is definitely a situation where you get what you pay for. Do yourself a favor and pay more for a reputable and recognized moving company. You will regret hiring Statewide Relocation. You will regret it. My sentiments exactly. Salvatorio has spoken, and that's what he had to say about Statewide Relocation, the F-rated rip-off moving company.